This is a 1977 Smokey and the Bandit Firebird, an absolute pop culture legend and one of the most iconic muscle cars in movie history, and it's been sitting in this barn for 26 years. Over the next few days, we are going to completely restore this car so the owner can drive it on his wedding day. At least, that was the plan, because we had absolutely no idea what was waiting for us inside.
Oh shoot, what the heck?
But first, this is how it all started.
There's a few cars here, aren't there? Two cars.
Well, it's a car and a truck.
In this barn right here?
In that barn right here.
Wow! Holy smokes! Is this a Trans Am? It's 78?
Yeah, it's 77.
77. It's a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am?
Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am.
Holy crap! So this is a manual? Or is
manual.
This is a manual
yeah.
one? Oh my! I've never seen a manual one. I think we've only done automatics in the past.
And as we started cleaning the garage, we quickly realized something.
Do you want these doors? Do you have any use for that? And that hatch?
Unfortunately, no. We don't have any use for it, but thank you so much for offering. That's really nice.
I appreciate it.
We know he had a heart of gold, so this was the perfect person to do this transformation for. So we got straight to work digging the car out, and while we were checking the condition of the tires, it turned out he actually still had the original wheels for this car.
I got a stack over here.
I think I see them.
All the way in the back here?
Yeah, you see them?
Oh, I do see it, yeah.
Are they the honeycombs?
Yeah, one's missing the, oh yeah, they're nice too.
I got the cap too somewhere. I don't know.
These are sweet.
You want me to grab them? You want to take them with you or?
Yeah, we'd love to.
We have a lot of work to do. Let's see if we could transform this car for his wedding day. Let's get this Firebird out and get to work.
All right, we're back at the shop with the Trans Am, and as you can see, this thing is going to take a lot of work if we're going to get it cleaned up and potentially running and driving to go and surprise the owner. So let's get right into the detail, and the first thing that we do is remove the front plate, or in this case, the front plate bracket. All right, as you can see, there's a nut behind the screw that I'm trying to get this socket onto. If I could find it. It's very difficult because I can't see. Oh, hang on, sorry, there's a wrench behind there already. So we got it turning. Let me go ahead and, oh, that's not good. Well, I guess there's only one thing left to do. Dang it, this is gonna be hard. Almost, come on, baby. All right, that's one. Bad day to be a screw. This screw is really screwing with me. Well, I got it off and I got one side nearly perfect, but it kind of scratched up the other side. So I guess we're gonna buy him a new front plate cover, but there's another pressing issue that we need to resolve, and that's what we're gonna do with these wheels. So obviously you can see they are in pretty rough shape, and it looks like there might even be a little rust. And if there's rust, we're gonna have to get these repainted. That's gonna cost us about $1,000. So I say we try and clean these up as best we can and see what we're working with before we send it over to the powder coating facility and have them sprayed. Before we start on this week's detail, we had to stop at our new warehouse and restock on some detailing supplies. And for all of you who are wondering, that's where Mike's been.
Hello everyone, sorry I've been MIA, but setting up this new warehouse and getting all your orders ready for this giveaway has been quite the task. And it's been taking up all of my time, but I will be returning to videos and making a little bit of cameo, but mostly I will be here making sure we get your orders out as fast as we can.
So that's where Mike's been. You guys have been asking, wanted to make sure you guys knew that he was okay and he was still with the WD team, and he'll be in future videos moving forward. But now that we have our detailing supplies, let's get to that detail. The process for cleaning these wheels are going to be 3 steps. 1, we have hydrofluoric acid, which we only break out when the wheels are in extremely rough shape like they are right now. 2, will be our Purple Rain wheel cleaner, which has iron removing properties. Hopefully we can remove those iron deposits and see if the actual paint underneath is in good shape. And if all else fails, we're gonna break out our actual iron remover, Iron Kryptonite, to see if we can remove those iron deposits and salvage these wheels, because I really don't wanna spend $1,000 refinishing. All right, we are in luck because these wheels already have turned gold just from pressure washing, which is a huge relief because most of that was just dirt. I'd still see some iron deposits, so let's go ahead and start the actual cleaning process. Now this acid is incredibly nasty stuff. If you ever use hydrofluoric acid, you should definitely wear gloves because this will make your skin very red and irritate it. And I can't even imagine what it would do if it got in your eyes or if you drank it. So this will hopefully loosen up some of that initial dirt and grime and whatever else is on this wheel. that stuff is nasty. Makes the air smell like, kind of like sulfur. Let's go ahead and actually rinse that off and see what we're left with. Man, I'm actually thoroughly impressed. That came out really good. Let's go ahead and move on to our Purple Rain wheel cleaner. And you can see everything already turning purple. That's iron deposits that are stuck in this wheel that we are now removing. It's probably more surface rust and iron particulate that's stuck there, but this should do a pretty good job of releasing some of that iron that is stuck into the paint. Man, look at all that purple. All right, step 2 complete. Let's go ahead and rinse this off and see what we're working with. All right, these wheels are coming out amazing. Step 3, the iron remover. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit. We should see things turn purple again. I'll give it another scrub, we'll rinse it off, and then we'll compare it to the other wheels and see if we can get away with just cleaning these. I'm gonna use a little bit more aggressive of a brush too this time. This is usually used for our tires, but with how rough this paint actually is, I'm not really worried about scratching the wheel, more so just trying to clean it. All right, these wheels have completely changed color. Now let's compare them. Drum roll, please. They look better. Not the camera. Yeah, they look way better. And you know what? When a car is in this rough a shape, putting brand new looking wheels on it might make it look a little silly. So I think we're gonna be able to get away with just cleaning them.
After detailing all the wheels, we sent them off for new tires. So while that's being taken care of, we can get back to restoring the rest of the car.
All right, guys, now it's time to surprise Oliver, who is the winner of our C7 Z06 with his car. Sir, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Doesn't feel real yet? Because it's yours.
That's my dream car. It has been my dream car. Corvette in general. That's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough.
And if you guys want to try and win a Corvette, we're giving away this C8 Corvette that you see behind me. But for this week only, it's detail week, which means we're giving away all of the items that you see behind me as well. We have pressure washers, foam cannons, leaf blowers, Milwaukee tools, and a bunch of wash packages. There's going to be over 40 plus winners, and the grand prize wins this C8 Corvette. So you got to scan the QR code on the screen or go to WDAutosupply.com, grab some detailing supplies or merchandise that you see us using or wearing in our videos and get entered, because detail week only lasts for 1 week and you don't want to miss your shot at winning that dream car. But now let's get back to the video. Now that the wheels are getting tires put on them, let's focus on the car, because our mechanic Adam going to be here soon to hopefully get this Trans Am to run and maybe even drive.
And stay tuned until the end of the video to see exactly what happens when we try to wake this car up. But first,
we're gonna go ahead and start vacuuming the car, but we noticed this when we were pulling the car out. We have a lot of paint that is rusting off, and unfortunately that's gonna get blasted away by our pressure washer. So we figure let's go ahead and just vacuum up the loose paint and rust. That way we're not blasting it all over the shop, and then we'll target all of the sawdust and other debris that is on the paint. Here goes nothing. Oh man. Ugh.
we thought it was just dust, but as we vacuumed the hood, we realized it was way worse than we thought.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna buff out.
But as we continued on, the unfortunate truth came out. The paint on this hood didn't survive the test of time.
Man, this hood is toast.
I think it came off right above the head. Only the head is left.
Now it's gonna be running around like a chicken with its head cut off.
Jokes aside, the paint is really weak. We need to be careful to save it, not destroy it further. But this is exactly the kind of challenge we live for. After all, we are dealing with a legit car here.
Why did you end up buying this car?
I went to see the movie Smokey and the Bandit. Came out of the theater and I says, I gotta get the car. 2 weeks later, I had the car.
Oh, wow. This is probably one of the most iconic cars in all of movie history.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotta be up there with the top 5, top 10. So what's the plan for once it's all clean?
Get it running. Up and running, get some new tires on it because these are all dry rotted and cracked.
You and Cherry are getting married sometime
Yeah, we're getting
soon?
married next year, and she wants to ride in it for for our wedding day. So
Oh, cool.
Maybe we'll get it going and you know,
Put Just Married on the back and some cans out the
there,
rear.
There you
and
go.
Drive.
There you go.
Yeah.
Be like in Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, the getaway car. That's awesome.
We've already taken care of the new tires, and that's only the beginning. But as we got back to gently washing the hood, the famous screaming chicken finally revealed itself. This legend is slowly coming back to life. But did you know this bird is actually a phoenix? The designer was inspired by the ancient myth of the firebird rising from the ashes. And honestly, that is incredibly fitting right now because we are literally raising this car from the dead. Cleaning this paint really reminds us just how famous this car is. Next to the movie Smokey and the Bandit, this is easily one of the most iconic movie cars in history. But I'm curious, what is your favorite movie car of all time? Is it this one, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, or maybe something else? Let us know in the comments below, and let's see which car wins. People always ask us why we do the roof of the car last, and that's just because if we started with it, the rest of the car would get wet, and we wouldn't be able to get such satisfying shots on the rest of the car for you guys. Now let's see what kind of shape the original shaker scoop is in. After seeing the rough state of the hood, we are expecting the worst, but surprisingly, it turned out to be pretty solid.
Before we move into actually washing the car, we have a friend of the channel, Hussein, who is a Trans Am expert. He actually restores these, and he's done how many?
Countless at this point.
Countless. You can't even count how many Trans Ams he's done, but he knows pretty much everything to know about these. And so, Hussein, what is your initial thoughts on this one?
First impressions. Honestly, I'm pretty excited to see this. So just a couple small things. Here seeing the honeycomb grills and the red badge here on a black and gold car tells us this is a 77 model. So next thing we'll see here, chrome valve covers. This lets us know this is a high performance 400 engine. Again, big deal. So this is pretty special again, because some of these came with the 403 Olds engine. This is being the 400 Pontiac, and this is actually the high performance one of the year because they had two variants of the Pontiac. Next thing we want to check here is our cow tag. Getting a quick look at this, we can confirm it is an original black on black car. So again, another big thing here.
So is this a Bandit?
Just by looking at that, there's no way to 100% confirm, but there's a couple things that I would look at if I was buying this car and I didn't know, because the only way to 100% confirm is to order a PHS document, which tells us exactly what this car was optioned with from the factory. But seeing that tag lets us know it's a black on black car. Next thing we're gonna look at is the Hurst T-tops here. So they're smaller T-tops. Those are correct for a Y82 package car, which was the Bandit package. Next thing is the anodized chrome. So here we can see all the chrome has been blacked out. And then also here, this is actually an anodized finish. So if you look at the aluminum, you can kind of see like a weird color there. So this black finish on this aluminum here is actually done by them anodizing it. And that is only seen on special edition cars. So normally if you got Hurst T-tops, they would be in this like polished aluminum finish. Seeing it black anodized is another giveaway. Again, when someone is trying to replicate one, sometimes they'll paint the chrome or paint this, but seeing that this is anodized is a pretty big sign that this is a special edition car. The next thing we want to do is look inside.
And now, if I'm not mistaken, that gold plate on the speedometer and tachometer, that's special as well?
Yeah, so that was special to the special edition package. They did a gold steering wheel as well as a gold bezel. Something really, really important in here for any of the Trans Am guys out there, this is a 4-speed car. That is a very, very big deal. Very rare to find a 4-speed car, especially being a special edition car. But yeah, like I said, looking at those couple things, if I was buying this blind, I would pretty much 90% say this is a true Bandit car.
And for anyone who might not know, when we say that it's a true Bandit car, it means that this is exactly the vehicle that was used in the movie Smokey and the Bandit. It was the Bandit, which is the car that Smokey drove to evade the police during his moonshine run. So it is a very special car that a lot of people remember from that movie, and that's why Hussein is here to tell us if it's actually that car.
All right, so next up, I want to check the trunk out. I mean, we'll just see if this is extremely rotted or if there's anything cool in here. Something cool I noticed right away is there's some of these, usually there's only one. For some reason, this car has 4, but these are actually to fill up the spare tire because these were space savers. So you put this on there and inflated them if you broke down.
Do you collect these, Hussein?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to get original ones for when you're restoring a car back to factory. But another big deal in here that is almost never there. I can't remember the last time I actually seen one of these.
Oh, the T-top sheets.
Yeah, so this is a T-top bag, but this is pretty special because right there is the Hearst hatch logo.
Wow.
This is super rare. You never find Hearst ones. So that is a big bonus to have with the car.
How much do you think that this piece right here costs?
If it were a mint bag, someone would probably pay like $1,500 to $2,000 just for the bag. In this condition, you're probably still getting easy $400 or $500 out of it.
Wow. Man, that's so much information. I appreciate you coming out here, but we didn't want you to just come out to tell us about this car. We want you to help us get it started because they plan on using this car in their wedding. What are the chances that you think that this car will run and drive?
It looks a little rough, but I mean, it's kind of just luck of the draw. I guess we'll have to see what's going on underneath the hood.
All right, let's do it. All right, Hussein, what's the first step to get this car running?
So first thing we want to do is probably pull our spark plugs out and just see what our cylinders look like. Seeing this is very scary. This is all rotted away and messed with. Some of this could have been like somebody back in the day trying to get more air to their filter, but a lot of this rust and corrosion is scary because that likely means there was moisture possibly going down the carburetor at some point.
Should we pull that off and take a look at the car?
Yeah, we can see kind of what that looks like.
Hey.
Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. Usually it's a lot more corroded, so that's a good sign so far. I would say the next point is to go ahead and start pulling spark plugs so we can see what the cylinders look like and see if there's a possibility of getting this thing running.
All right, Hussein, I got the first plug out here.
All right, I mean, the plug doesn't look bad. So anyone that's seen my channel, I took one of these out and it was just like full of rust and corroded. So that's definitely not what you want to see. This actually looks pretty good. I don't see any rust or anything. So hopefully that cylinder's pretty clean.
While you get the borescope, I'm gonna pull the rest of it.
All right, so here's the cylinder wall and we don't see a bunch of rust or anything, so that's good. Some of these marks and stuff is just normal from it. So from what I can see, the rest of the cylinders look just about the same. I'm not seeing anything that would concern me. We'll go ahead and put some lubrication down in the cylinders and try to rotate this by hand first. If everything rotates fine, should be all right to try and fire it. But something that's been sitting that long, you definitely want to lubricate the cylinders. So first we'll go ahead and use a mixture of Marvel's Mystery Oil and ATF just to kind of clean everything up in there and lubricate it. Then we'll use our extractor, get that out of there, and then we'll spray some fogging oil down in there before we try to rotate it.
I like your little oil can.
It's not the size of the can, right?
All right, now that we got the mystery oil in all of the cylinders, I think Hussein is going to put a socket on the hub bolt and see if this engine's gonna turn over for us.
I don't feel any binds, so that's good. I think we should be a-okay to go ahead and let this sit in the cylinders for a little while. I guess you guys can start cleaning. We'll pick back up tomorrow, see if we can get this engine started. Finding out this is a true rare 4-speed Bandit is so cool. And since the cylinders need to soak overnight, we decided to tackle one of the worst parts of this entire car. It's time to strip decades of grime out of this engine bay, and cleaning 30 years of baked on grease is a messy job, but honestly, knowing how much this guy gives to everyone else in his community makes every second worth it. We want him to open this hood when we're done and be completely blown away by what he sees. And while we're scrubbing away here, I've got a question for you guys. Since this whole crazy project is about saving a wedding getaway car, what is your ultimate dream wedding car? If you could pick anything to drive away in on your big day, what would it be? A classic American muscle car like this? A sleek exotic car? Or maybe something totally different? Let me know down below in the comments. The engine is looking fresh, so now it's time to move on to the body. We laid down a heavy coat of bubblegum suds to prep the surface and break down the heaviest contamination, but getting a true Bandit totally clean is just an amazing feeling, and we know the real test is hiding right under this dirt. We started washing away decades of grime, hoping for the best, but mentally preparing ourselves for the worst just to see what this paint actually looks like once the water's gone. But before we get to the truth,
all right, time to get started on the interior. And while we're in here, we need to locate where the owner's son had thrown up all those years ago and made this guy park this car, because it has to have left some kind of stain for him to not want to drive it anymore.
At the time when I parked it, my son was like 4 years old, and he started puking in the back seat of the car. And I looked at that and said, that's it, I'm going to park it. Then went from that other barn to this barn. It's been in this one 26 years.
So I'm wondering if he threw up on the carpet here or if he had thrown up on the back seat. And actually, I think I see it now. That looks like a little bit of yak, if you ask me. Oh God, and there's a dead mouse down there too, a skeleton. To make sure that we remove all of the 25-year-old throw-up stains from these seats, we're gonna have to remove them so we can get into all the cracks and crevices. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right. Oh, good Lord. Wait, is there a mouse? A live one in there? Yeah, I guess I'm just seeing things. And behind door number 2. Oh no. Sody pop. And behind this back seat. No, this side's not nearly as bad, but man, do we have our work cut out for us. So let's go ahead and throw away all the garbage that we see in here and start vacuuming.
So first, we pick up the bigger trash by hand to make vacuuming easier. And since we're already inside, it's definitely worth mentioning what makes this interior so special. Hussein wasn't joking when he said how rare this 4-speed manual is. Most people who bought these cars just wanted the Bandit look, so they bought the weaker Oldsmobile engine with an automatic transmission. But this one has all the correct special edition touches, from the gold accented gauges to the iconic steering wheel. Finding a true black on black Trans Am with the high performance Pontiac 400 and a manual gearbox, this is literally like finding a unicorn in a barn.
Even with everything removed and vacuumed from the car, I can still smell a certain stench, and I have an idea of where it might be. What do you think, Brent?
Find out.
Let's find out. Oh, yeah. Every time. Are you zooming in on my mustache again? Some glove boxes from the 70s are actually just made out of cardboard. I believe that this one is plastic, so it shouldn't be that hard to clean. We gotta go ahead and remove that nest first and see what we're working with. I like when it comes out in one big square like that. That just means there's a ton of mouse pee in there that's packed in.
Bad smells are a normal thing with barn finds, but since this Trans Am was infested with mice, it's a real health hazard. We always wear respirators to stay safe, but if you guys have any extra tips for detailing with this stuff, let us know. With respirators on, we carefully clean the glove box and door panels, and since 1970s plastics could be fragile as glass, we skipped the brute force and used our soft brushes for every corner. We were slowly getting rid of years of neglect, step by step, until finally, when RJ sat behind the wheel to clean the dash, just see for yourselves.
Man, now that this car's finally getting cleaned up, makes me wonder what it must have been like to run from the cops in this thing. Cletus, you got your ears on? 10-4, good buddy.
Did you really have to do the full get up for this?
Yes.
RJ was probably waiting for this exact moment ever since he first saw this car sitting in the barn, but we have to get back to work. We only have one day left and there's still so much to do. In the meantime, just look at how incredible this dash is coming together. Take a close look at those iconic gold bezeled gauges and the classic finish contrasting against the black interior. Even after all these years, these details still pop and give this cabin so much character.
All right, now it's time for the very reason that this car was parked 25 years ago, the throw up seat. And so I'm assuming that this is where the throw up was, because I see, I don't know if it's like some soap scum that's left over or what, but this is the problem area. So now it's time to fix it.
Because seriously, if this car is going to serve as their wedding getaway ride, the seats definitely cannot look like this. There is no way anyone is sitting on that in a wedding dress. It's time to hook up the extractor, flush out 25 years of nightmare stains, and finally get this nasty foam looking and smelling brand new again.
Hussein had said that the Hearst T-top bag is worth a lot of money, so I'm gonna try and restore it to the best of my ability and make it look brand new.
And Hussein said this bag in this condition is worth about $400, but when we're done with it, leave a comment if you think we restored it enough to at least make it worth $800 again. If we could even double its worth, that would be really cool. Even that crazy rust stain we thought was irreparable completely went away. And to finish things off, we're applying a leather conditioner to lock in that deep shine and protect the surface for a long time. With the interior completely sorted, we're moving straight into the final day. It's finally time to find out if we can actually get this car running.
All right, guys, it's the final day, and Hussein is back to help us hopefully get this thing started, because I really want to take it back running and driving, or maybe just running, depending on how bad it is.
So first thing we did, off camera, we went ahead and ran a new hose down to the fuel pump. That way we don't suck up any of the old fuel or filth in the gas tank, just because we've seen some rust and stuff back there. So first thing we need to do is add some gas into the carburetor here, and we should be able to crank it over and see if it'll fire. All right, so we went ahead and got our line put in our gas tank here, put some gas in the carb, so now it's time to go ahead and crank this over. Knew it was gonna start.
That was so easy.
I know.
Holy crap. Oh, shoot. What the heck?
Little smoky there, huh? Yeah.
Smokey and the Bandit. That was easy, though. Holy
It runs.
crap.
Fired right up.
Wow. What do you think it's burning, though?
Lubricant we put down in the cylinders and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
It's gotta
right.
burn all that off.
All right, well, it runs. Let's see if she'll move.
But before that, we need to break these bleeders loose so we can get to work on bleeding the brakes.
Unfortunately, these do break very, very often, especially when they're in this kind of shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some heat to try to prevent that. Really hope these don't break. This one's pretty thick. All right, we're moving. All right, lucky for us, that one did not break. The heat did the trick, so we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and it should be time to start bleeding these front brakes. All right, so it doesn't look like we have any broken lines. We were able to get the brakes all bled out. RJ, do you got a pedal in there?
Yeah, it's pretty stiff.
All right, so we should be all good to go ahead and throw the wheels back on and try to move this thing.
All right, here goes nothing. I feel like we have brakes. It's in gear. I don't know if the clutch works. Uh-oh. Hang on, let me get out of gear here.
Clutch not work?
I don't know. Let me start it in gear again, because I don't think the clutch works.
Yeah, the pedal's pressed all the way down.
Yeah. Oh. All right, maybe I didn't have the pedal all the way down.
Make sure the brakes work, probably come off a little bit.
Oh.
And unfortunately, this car isn't in any condition to drive just yet, but we need to move on because we still have work to do.
Well, the car's running, not necessarily driving, but that's okay, because the owner has some time before he actually is getting married to fix that problem. Hussein, thank you so much for coming to help us on this. There's only so much you can do in such a short period of time. Thank you. If you want to check out Hussein's channel, it's
Forza Automotive.
Forza Automotive on YouTube. But now I have to polish this car because we got to load it into the trailer and take it back. All right, now it's time to polish the Bandit, and unfortunately, the paint is in extremely rough shape. And there's not too much I'm going to be able to do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a foam pad and a light polish because we're just gonna try and make this paint a little bit glossier and a little bit shinier, but obviously it's gonna have a lot of patina, which in my opinion is pretty cool. But there are some panels that are in nice shape. So you'll be able to see the before and after and how much nicer I can actually make the painted parts look.
Because even though we can't completely erase decades of sun damage and wear, waking up whatever clear coat is left makes a massive difference. Working section by section, you can really see the transformation. It's all about enhancing what's already there. Since we're not adding any paint to it, we want to make the paint that's there look better, and at least turning that rough exterior into something the owner can genuinely be proud of. And after all those final touches, it's time to move on to one of the most iconic and important elements of this entire car.
All right, we finally got the wheels back. They look great. Let's go ahead and throw them on and see the finished result of this car all cleaned up. And then we have one final surprise.
And trust me, it's worth staying until the end because we came up with an idea to make the moment he sees his car restored even more special for him. But before that, let's tie up all the loose ends, apply some super slick sealant to the paint, and see how this car actually looks after our restoration right before it goes back into the owner's hands. And after days of hard work, the moment is finally here.
All right, guys, we are back at Sherry and John's place, and we have the Trans Am here. We thought we'd do something a little special and put the just married decorations on the back of the Trans Am, and they have no idea that we did this. So I have a balloon here that says Mrs. And unfortunately, I just popped the one that says Mr. So, I mean, she's more important than him on their wedding day anyway. So I'm gonna finish blowing this up, tape it to the car, and then we're gonna go surprise him. All right, guys, we are here with the soon-to-be newlyweds, John and Sherry. Are you guys ready to see your getaway car?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's do
Very
it.
much so.
Holy cow. Look at that. Wow.
Looks a little bit better, huh?
Oh, yeah. Holy smokes. Oh, you put the honeycombs on too, huh?
Yes, sir. We got new tires for you.
Oh, new tires too.
Yep, new tires. The honeycombs are back on. We got new lugs on there.
Wow.
The paint's polished. Interior was fully dismantled.
Even got little balloons in the back.
You see the back of the car?
Does it say, does it
Yeah,
say
go
he's
ahead.
married?
Yeah, it's just married. We thought this would be a cute touch.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Looks beautiful.
Okay, you guys want to see the interior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That herd shifter, the gold's popping off the steering wheel. It's nice and clean now, and hopefully you guys will be able to drive it in your wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one last surprise for you guys. All right, here goes nothing. What do you think?
Great. It's great. I can't believe it. And after 26 years, it's back up.
Thank you guys so much, seriously.
Oh,
Such
thank
a
you.
pleasure. Thank you, seriously.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you guys so much for watching. Without you guys, none of this is possible. And we truly love what we do and are appreciative of each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next week with another dirty car that needs detailed.
But just as we were about to leave, this happened.
And guys, we were about to leave. John and Jerry gave us a huge box of produce and eggs from their farm. This is seriously so kind. I'm gonna eat the crap out of all these vegetables. Thank you guys so much, seriously. This is seriously so kind. Thank you guys, seriously. I appreciate it. I'm gonna love all this stuff. It'll be eaten very fast, I promise you that.
Good, good.
If you enjoyed this video, you should check out one of the videos you see on your screen right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.